you created measurable outcomes?
Well, you have to for any project and any organized group work that you're doing. So we've been able to partner with outside evaluators that can come in and help with your measurements, your outcomes that you're trying to achieve, and help you establish what those metrics are going to be. So I think we've learned that most effectively over the last, handful of years that outside evaluation is key. So being in a university town with the University of Illinois, as well as Parkland Community College, we've been able to help establish evaluation as part of all of our work that we're doing here at the city and as well as through the community coalition. And to be able to measure and effectively tell your story is really important today with resources and funding and partnerships, being able to document what you're doing, how you're reaching your goals and outcomes. And from a community perspective, it's not easily understood that way. I think through government and the university functions, it's more well known that your data helps drive the resources that you're trying to obtain, secure, keep, maintain, all of those things. Outside evaluation is really important.
Yeah, that makes sense because I think it also, when you have that outside data showing you what the problem is, I think it makes it a lot easier to communicate like, hey, this is a problem that we should be working towards instead of it just being like, okay, well, I think that there's a problem, and then somebody
Right.
else says, well, I think that you're wrong. So
Yeah.
having those measurements is really, really helpful. Yeah.
Well, the other side of that too is
How do you evaluate partnerships?
everyone believes that they do good work, right? So the evaluation really can help with that as well in ensuring
Mm-hmm.
that proper documentation is captured.
Mm-hmm. That's good. All right. What challenges have you faced within your partnership?
What challenges have I faced within partnerships? Is that the question?
Yes, I think they're maybe referring. I know the question was asked in a different theme,
Yeah.
but they were talking about like management and and communication. But I think the challenges here are maybe more specific to evaluation, and
Okay.
maybe even just like trying to get measurable outcomes. I know we're really lucky to have the UVI, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think challenges with evaluation is first finding good evaluators and folks that really understand the core of the issues that you're trying to address. And so, um, where I found it has worked well is again when we have subject matter experts, people that are familiar with the subjects and the topics you're trying to address. Where I've seen it not work well is when you don't have that level of connectivity, understanding, sensitivity to the issues. So, for example, if you're trying to do parent involvement and parent based evaluation, it's really hard to and do engagement with that population and get them involved, get them to participate in evaluation. And so a good evaluator will know that you have to do it in a number of different ways to reach the population to help and help them with comfort in participating, as well as understanding the importance of it. And so to say that you sent out a letter and you wonder why you didn't get a response is probably not the most effective way to do parent engagement and involvement in evaluating parent work. So if you have a researcher who tells you that, oh, we're going to survey, we're going to do it like this, it lets you know that it's probably not going to go very well. So you want that evaluator to be creative and flexible in how they're going to get the information.
Asking how are those challenges for evaluation resolved?
Well, think we've had some not good evaluation, first of all, right? Because we haven't been able to
Mhm.
collect the necessary data and receive the information that you believe is necessary. And so you just keep trying to, again, I think we've had some not so good evaluation in some of the work. And then you just kind of on the front end, the next time, try to make sure those things that you know are important and effective tools that they're in place. And so it's kind of work from that function.
Okay, that makes sense. Like when you say not so great evaluations, are you talking about like the pool of people in which you were trying to get, like you didn't always get as much engagement from the community as you wanted,
Yeah.
or was it that like the right questions weren't? Okay, that makes
Well, I
sense.
think it's a combination of them both. And,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's getting enough data, having
Mm-hmm.
enough sample size so that you collect enough data to be able to have effective evaluation. If you're trying to survey and get information from, I'll just keep using the parent group, and you don't have enough sample size to really give you good data, you've got to keep looking at how do you gather data, how do you keep trying to get the information that you need.